Grade 4, Module 7, Lesson 1 homework. Problem number 1. Complete the tables. Today in class, your student learned about how to convert units. So in completing the table, I'm just going to look at the information your students should already have. So converting yards to feet, 1 yard is the same as 3 feet. So that means to get from 1 yard to 3 feet, I would be multiplying by 3. There's a multiplication by 3. So I'm just going to skip around and do a couple problems on the chart. So to get 3 yards to turn to feet, I'm going to multiply by 3, and it makes 9 feet. To get 10 yards to be converted to feet, I'm going to multiply by 3, and you're left with 30 feet. Let's look at the next chart, feet to inches. By the way, these charts get used throughout this whole module, so it might be something that you take into account for further lessons. Converting feet to inches. In 1 foot, there's 12 inches. So what's happening is I'm multiplying by 12 to get to my inches. So I'm going to go down and do one more on this chart. I'm going to multiply by 12 to convert 10 feet to inches. I get 120 inches. So now to convert from yards to inches, there's a couple ways of looking at this. From yards to feet, we multiplied by 3. And from feet to inches, we multiplied by 12. So to combine that, from yards to inches, we're going to multiply by 36. There are 36 inches in 1 yard. So let's do one more. I'm going to do 10 yards to inches. I'm going to multiply by 36. And I get 360 inches in 10 yards. Problem number 2. Solve. Letter A. 2 yards, 2 inches equals how many inches? Okay, so we need to convert our 2 yards into inches. So you can look back at your chart. We know 1 yard was 12 inches, and we multiplied by 12 to get there. So to make our yards become inches, I'm going to take my 2 yards and multiply by 12. And that's going to give us 24 inches. And then we also have our 2 inches. And since we have like units, 24 inches added with 2 inches gives us our 26 inches. Let's go look at letter G. 15 yards, 2 feet, and we're trying to convert this to feet. So if we look at our charts, 15 yards converted to feet, there is, for 1 yard, there's 3 feet. So our multiplier is 3. So for 15 yards, I end up with 45 feet. But I still had my 2 feet. Like units, we can add those together, and we get 47 feet. Problem number 3. Allie has a piece of string that is 6 yards, 2 feet long. I'm going to go ahead and underline that because that's important. How many inches of string does she have? Okay, so they want me to convert this to inches. So we went from yards and feet, 6 yards, 2 feet, and they want us to go ahead and convert this into inches. So I'm going to look at these separately, and I'm going to go ahead and convert them both to inches. So when we look at our chart, 6 yards, well, we know 1 yard, and we're trying to go to inches. So 1 yard is 36 inches. So I'm going to take my 6 yards and multiply it by my 36 inches. And that's going to give me 216 inches. And let's do the same for feet. Feet to inches. In 1 foot, there's 12 inches. So I'm going to take my 2 feet and multiply it by my 12 inches. And we're left with 24 inches. So now that we have like units, we can go ahead and just add those together. When I take 216 and I add that with 24 inches, I get 240 inches. So Allie has 240 inches of string.